How are you all today? This site is called Take What Rings True. So, the whole idea is I'm going to say some spiritual stuff. If you believe it, fine. If you don't, let it go. You don't have to believe anything I say. My name is Teresa Micheletti, and today I'm going to be talking about your higher self, your soul. And I learned a lot of this stuff in trance classes where my friend Sylvia Brown would go into a full trance. She'd go sit on a bench on the other side and not remember. And her spirit guide, Rahim or Francine, would come in and give us information. So, your higher self. Your higher self is really yourself, your real essence, your true self. And we don't have a conscious awareness of all the smarts that we have on the other side, because we come in for a specific purpose to learn lessons and we're hidden from some of our knowledge, but our higher self knows everything. It's really your mind soul. It's also called the Altman, the oversoul. It's the understanding you, the pure you. And the pure you will understand what I'm talking about. So you are in full essence on earth. You just don't have full connection to all of your memories and your smartness, because you are pretty smart on the other side, a lot smarter than you are on this side of earth. So your higher self often gives you answers. You say you're intuitive or you had a gut feeling. That's usually coming from yourself, from your higher self. It could come from an angel sending a message through your communicating guide. Your communicating guide, God, can give you messages, but your own smart self can give you messages too. So, you know the saying, you are your own best friend, or to thine own self be true. Well, that's taking in all of you. According to spirit guides during trance classes, you are not your body. You are so much more. You have a physical organ, your brain, and you control that brain. You control that mind. There's like a cap around your brain that's about 3.5 inches outside your brain and connected to you. And that's what goes away when you die. It's disconnected. And there's a physical weight change. It's not 10,000 ounces. It's more like a little bit, maybe an ounce or two or three. But when your soul leaves, then your physical body is still there. So you are not your physical body. You are your soul, your higher mind, we call it. Your higher self is your true self. And you know how often they say that we have an aura, you have an electrical emanation. Well, your soul cannot fit in your little body. You are so much more. You can't fit there. So if you think of yourself as your glorified body, that your ethereal body, you are outside of yourself, really. Well, people say, I'm beside myself. Well, you really are beside yourself. You are so much more than a physical body. Your physical body is your vehicle. It's a tool that we use in this life. Love your physical body. It's taking care of you. But don't think of yourself as your body. You are so much more. We really reside outside of our body. So that's why they call it the oversoul or the higher self, because it's beyond your body. Yes, you have a spark of the divine within your body. You have a spark of you within your body. And your brain controls the autonomic nervous system. Your eyes blink, your heart beats, etc. And you don't have to think about it, it's automatic. But you are the puppet master. If you think of your body like a puppet, and you are the puppet master, your higher mind or your mind soul is more of the intellect, and your body holds our emotions, which in life, we can be so sensitive and we hold our hurts in our body. And a lot of times we have blocks in our body. We get sick because we hold these hurts and don't work through them and let them go. You know how you can love your car or you love your house? Well, sometimes we become too attached to our body and we block our connection to our higher self. And that can cause illness, even mental illness. You could have written in a mental illness in your life chart, true. But there's other illnesses that come along and we just accept them because we're paying more attention to our physical body than we are our true body, our ethereal body. So, of course, take care of your earthly physical body. But a wise spirit guide, Rahim, told us to think of yourself beyond your body, not just within your body. If you think of your aura, the electrical emanation around you, and think of being beyond your physical body in your electrical emanation, that's your true self. And then you can be more the observer. So when people sling arrows at you and say mean things, you can just be the observer and go, oh, well, that was a dumb thing to say. I'm not going to accept that. And just let it flow through. You don't have to accept it. You are so powerful. You cannot truly be contained in your little physical body. So each morning, I suggest you think, I am beyond my physical body. I am not my body. I am beyond it. Thank you, body, for taking care of me. Thank you for helping me on this journey. But I, my true self, is beyond this body. And think of yourself as the observer beyond the physical earthly body. When you're the observer, so many of the little hurts just go away. They seem unimportant because you're not taking them into your physical body. So try an experiment today. Sense yourself, picture yourself, feel yourself beyond your body, and be the observer today. Just know this is possible. Remember, you are the body's puppet master. Let some of those emotions that come up be observed. Pay attention to them if you need to. Feel them if you need to, and then let them drop away. You don't have to hold on to them. Your higher self is your true memory. Your higher self is the part of you that remembers each moment in your life. I know my friend Sylvia would call it the subconscious mind instead of or super, let's back up. Hypnotists call it the subconscious mind, but Sylvia, and I believe Jung also said this, it's a super conscious. It's like connected to the higher self. It's the higher self. It remembers every little thing. As a hypnotist, you can take somebody back to the moment they were born. You can take them back to the incubator and they remember who said what happened, how they felt. Your higher self connects to all of your memories, even other lifetimes and the other side, which is why during hypnosis or meditation, you can access those memories. We don't have total conscious memory while we're in our earthly body. You have to be in hypnosis or an altered state. But we can access those. So your higher self gives you psychic information. That's when you're being intuitive and you think through things and you get these wonderful thoughts. It can also be God. It can also be your spirit guide giving you messages, but your higher mind is pretty smart. It's also called the guardianship of your mind. So you're that cap that controls your brain is called the guardianship of your mind. Your higher mind resides there too. It's all the same thing. Higher mind, Altman, Oversoul, guardianship of your mind, mind soul. They're all the same thing. So your mind has been described, your guardianship of the mind has been described as a direct connection to our creator. I call God. You can call it the universe, you can call it source, whatever you want to call it. But you are connected to the divine. You are connected to the universe through the guardianship of your mind. So of course you would have information available to you to help you through this life. Now, when you're not paying attention to it and you're in your physical body and in the emotion, then sometimes you lose track of your higher mind. You can even block it and become ill. When you start focusing on fear and guilt, you block your higher self. You block your connection to infusion. And that's when you get in trouble. That's when you start swirling around in a lower vibration, a whirlwind. And then you get sad and you have a feeling, I'll never get out of this negativity. So I have some suggestions for you. If you're in that state, or you might come into that state in the future, first, take a breath. If you can go for a walk in nature or find a quiet place, that's the best. Then reframe your thoughts. Ask for your emotion and intellect to be in balance. When it's not in balance, that's when you go off kilter. If it's really bad and you just can't get out, then ask for your emotion to be put to sleep for a while till your intellect can take charge and figure out what to do next. That's often what the problem is. You don't know what to do next. You get caught in this little whirlwind and then you can't see a way out. So if you put your emotion to sleep, you can see your way out and get some infusion to come to you. Okay, physically, you can, right here on your collarbone, it's called K27. That's a meridian. That's an energy point. If you tap there, it will often bring yourself back into balance, because that edge of that meridian helps to make energy move. And when that energy moves, then it can help you feel better. And this one is the good one for when you're crying, when you're sad, when you're emotionally like stuck. Try doing this. It's pretty simple. You don't have to do very much to tap your collarbone. It can even be when you're in a big group. You don't have to be overt about it. It can just be like, oh, I'm thinking about something. Okay. You don't have to let everybody know. Although people know when I'm crying that there's something wrong, and I've even tapped myself in a restaurant when somebody done something stupid and wrecked my tire on my car. Anyway, another thing you can do is a primal scream. And that is when you go into a closet, you go in your car, and you literally just like scream louder than that. Hopefully I didn't hurt anybody's ears. So scream, literally. And it's like you're getting all those emotions out. You can do it. I've done it where I don't make a sound, but mentally I make a sound. It's like I close my eyes and I mentally do a primal scream because I'm in a big group or I'm somewhere where I can't do a real primal scream. It will make you feel better. And remember, you are not your earthly body. Remember, you are the puppet master. Think of being beyond your body. If you do nothing else today, remember, you are not your body. Think of being beyond your body, in your aura, beyond, and that's where you reside. Think of yourself out here, that your focus is beyond your body, not in your body. That alone will make you feel better because you're the observer of what's going on. It will also help keep illness away that's going around and you don't have to accept it. It will help you let go of the slings and arrows when people are sending you mean thoughts, when people are saying mean things to you, when people are doing things that are just totally crazy, asinine, just unbelievable. That stuff can drop away. It's like it's not part of you. You don't have to accept it within your body. So try the experiment of being beyond your body today and see what you think. I've told you this story. I did it for my dad. My dad didn't like going into big crowds, and I don't want to go into his life history, but anyway, didn't like going into big crowds. And he was going to go to a reunion, and my mom wasn't here. He was going to go by himself. Well, that was an uneasy thing for him to do. So I prayed that he be beyond his body and that he have the experience of just being beyond and being the observer and just letting all the little things go. And he had a wonderful time at the reunion and he felt great. So when he got back, I talked to him and said, "This is what I did." So he didn't really remark upon it, but you could see the wheels turning. So try it. It might be helpful. You can also just ask for your emotion and intellect to be in balance because your emotion is your body, right? It's held in your body. And your intellect is the cap, the higher self. It's also the right side and the left side of your body. And if you're really in dire straits, ask for your emotion to be put to sleep until your intellect can take over and figure out what to do next. Try a primal scream. Try tapping your collarbone, K27, and try being beyond your body. You may find that it helps you a lot. And let me know. Make some comments. And I hope to see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I know the times have changed. So I know GMT time is an hour different than it was last week. And I'm not sure about the other times around the world, but in my little advertisement thing that I put out, the posting, it gives you a world time that you can click to figure out what's going to be 10 a.m. Pacific time in your time zone. So thank you for joining me and thank you for listening. And I hope that being beyond your body makes you feel better. So thank you. Bye.